All right, folks. So preventing contraband from entering Jamaica's correctional institutions is again being talked about as incarcerated persons are believed to be behind the deadly massacre in Cherry Tree Lane. The Commissioner, Department of Correctional Services, Brigadier Radgh Mason, is with us now to tell us not necessarily about what happened there, but what is being done to try to stop contraband from getting into the system. Morning, sir. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. Great to have you with us, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. We also had what we call a hot topic this morning, where we heard the Honourable Minister saying they want to get cameras. And I was suggesting, or not suggesting, I thought we had cameras in the prisons already. Do we, or don't we?
Yes, we do. However, as technology improves, you have to also improve on the standard of the cameras that you do have. So we do have a comprehensive plan now to upgrade the cameras, the CCTV system in all the facilities. And this is well advanced. The price tag is somewhere over $700 million. Cabinet has already approved one institution totaling $281 million to be rolled out as part of the security strengthening program.
Sorry to jump in, but what's wrong with the cameras that you have now? Why you need a different set of camera, no camera?
Well, as I said, as technology improves, you also have to improve on what you have, because if you don't have up-to-date cameras that can zoom in to see things, then you're going to have a gap. And so we need to plug that gap.
So the current system is not scalable enough, or is it that it's a new system, or you're upgrading?
It is upgrading. It is upgrading the current system.
Yeah. I also read that sometimes even some of your folks are caught taking contraband into the system.
Well, let me
folks, I mean
yes,
warders and stuff.
Yeah, let me use this opportunity to just to say a few things. The Department of Correctional Services is part of the national security architecture. It provides a crucial service, and that is in the rehabilitation and reintegration of offenders. Jamaica has an incarceration rate of approximately 127 persons for every 100,000 who is incarcerated. And the Department of Correctional Services interact with over 7,000 persons in custody, and who we also supervise, who are serving non-custodial services, sentences. And so the reach of the correctional services is far and wide. And when you look at the matter of recidivism, where persons reoffend within 3 to 5 years, the last official figures would have been about 41% who reoffend and another 28% who return to the facility to serve new sentences. And so it is especially critical that the country understands the interconnectedness of the national security system. So I want to really use this opportunity to make that point and to address the issue of prohibited articles. This is an issue for all correctional facilities across the world. And it is something that you manage, you continue to implement measures. There are several measures which we'll talk about. And the officers work tirelessly, and they are especially committed to the work that they do. And I do, sometimes I want to make the point that correctional officers interact with the most violent offenders in the country daily. We have over 500 who are on life sentences, and correctional officers have to secure, we have to rehabilitate and reintegrate these persons back into the society.
But you still haven't satisfactorily addressed the question that never was
Yes,
asked.
absolutely.
Right. So in the instances where there are members of your staff, the DCS, who are found to be taking in prohibited items into the system.
Right.
What's the rate like? Oh, just allow me. What's the rate like, and how are they treated, and what's being done to prevent that?
All right. So I can answer that on a number of points. So first of all, yes, we do take action against persons who have been caught with prohibited items. There are a number of persons on interdiction, and those disciplinary actions continue. I want to also make the point, though, that the different ways in which prohibited articles get into the correctional facilities include there are members of the public there who throw prohibited articles over the fences. There are members of the public, visitors, who during normal visits will try to smuggle items, and they are also prosecuted. And the legislation would have been strengthened to provide hefty fines of up to $3 million and 3 years in prison for the first offense and second offenses.
Is everyone searched?
Everyone is searched. The staff is searched. There are scanning equipment available to search bags.
How did things in there?
Well, as I said, there are a number of ways, and you have to continue to manage the different ways, from the vetting of the persons, the selection of persons. You have the matters of the physical searches and them being done properly. There's a matter of supervision, and also the general public who actively participate in trying to smuggle prohibited articles into the institutions. And I want to use the opportunity to warn family members, visitors, members of the public, to desist from this practice, because prohibited articles, they jeopardize the security of the institutions. It ranges from weapons to substances to electronic devices that are used to cause communication that, as you say, will contribute to the situation outside.
You could probably give a better understanding of the system, but it does appear to be quite porous, let's be honest, because from time to time we see videos coming out of people who are behind bars, essentially enjoying life in a way that they really should not, being given alcohol, whatever it is, the parties and so on, right? But how can you assure Jamaicans at the moment that everything is being done, or more will be done, to ensure that all the gaps, everything from people throwing things over the walls to people coming in, literally visits, bringing in the prohibited items, to even members of staff who, obviously, my assumption is that most of them are upstanding and doing a good job, but assure Jamaicans this morning, please.
Absolutely. I could never sit here and say there weren't gaps in the past. What I can assure us is that the systems have vastly improved, and we are going to continue to prosecute perpetrators. And we want all to join with us to stop this practice of smuggling items. And I want to give the assurance that we have all the resources and the support to provide the technology, the scanning equipment. We are going to be implementing full body scanners as well, modern cameras, CCTV, and we are vetting our members. And most importantly, our collaboration with the JCF and strengthening our intelligence operations so that we are fully aware of the persons that visit, the persons who are in custody and are more likely to be returning or trending towards a life of criminality.
Yep. Final question from me, Brigadier, is one of the things came out of that horrific happening. Was said that some people behind bars are organizing crime outside. Do you know that that is a fact for sure?
Well, I can't absolutely comment. I will not comment on an ongoing investigation. As I said, we are collaborating with the JCF. We work closely with all the national security law enforcement agencies, and wherever the investigations go, then that's where it will go.
But I can't. I'm just thinking that I don't know how you could stop that. So if
cell phone jammers, they had used to have that.
No. Hold on. If I am in jail and Clive come look for me, and I said to Clive, when you go to a road, tell God must do so and so and so. That have nothing to do with me having a phone and calling anybody. So I don't know how you can stop that.
And that is true. You see, the organized crime, the communication is often to things, words said that we don't know the code. So even during normal visits, messages can be passed through body language and so on.
Yep.
And so it's very important that, as I said, the intelligence architecture is connecting, and it is. And we are working very closely to ensure that our citizens are kept safe and secure, whilst we rehabilitate those in our custody.
You have a tough job, sir. Thanks for coming and speaking with us this morning.
All right, thanks for having me.
I hope all of us that things will be different and we won't have what we had recently. Commissioner, Department of Correctional Services, Brigadier Radgh Mason. Thanks again, sir.
After the break, we catch up with long jumper Chelsea Hamad Ross.
Soon come.